Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading, and this is a rather amusing reading for me because I have seen it in the cards recently. I have seen that Meghan in particular has been advised to find some international post or possibly move abroad by her PR people that she seems to have separated from recently and go to Africa. And lo and behold, Neil Sean last night released one of his little YouTube videos and said that Prince Harry allegedly is thinking about moving to Africa. He's very unhappy in the US. He's very unhappy with the way things are going and he's desperate to go to Africa. We know that it was offered to the Harkles by the Queen, the then Queen, when they expressed discontent with their lives as royals, and she said, well, why don't you go to Africa? And nope, they ended up in California. We know that that wouldn't have been Harry's choice, that would have been Meghan's choice, speculating of course, but now it's back on the table according to Neil Sean. Harry very keen on the idea. How does Meghan feel? Not so keen, according again to Neil Sean. How bad are things behind the scenes that this is now on the table again? That's our little 5-card reading we are going to do using the Lunar Soul Tarot. It's my Woke Tarot deck, but I'm hoping that the Lunar Soul Tarot, if I remember correctly, has got some Africa pictures in it, illustrations in it. So we are gonna see if Africa shows up. I have an idea I was using this tarot deck when I got that weird message, and I was so troubled by it that after I uploaded the reading I thought maybe I should take the reading down because it was just so strange, so weird. But no, I'm seeing Africa as the cards are flying all over the place. That was a tower that was flying. A couple more shuffles. 5-card reading, Lunar Soul Tarot. How does Hasbeen feel about it? How does Meghan feel about going to Africa? Can you see Meghan in possibly Botswana? Be the likely destination, not South Africa. South Africa is too dodgy. We don't have electricity anymore. We have crime. We have great white sharks. We have all kinds of trouble. Do we need them? No, we don't. Do we want them? No, we don't. Do they want us? No, they don't. We burn rooms where babies are sleeping. So probably Botswana. Botswana, safe, affluent, quite international. All those diamonds, that lovely wildlife. It's a good bet for them. We know she can pee outside anytime she wants. They can go glamping, and what fun they will have in Botswana. So 5-card reading coming up. The African Queen. I'm going to call this reading, and we shall see what the Lunar Soul Tarot has to tell us about this Harry's dream, the dream that he had with Chelsea Daly didn't come to pass then. Is he going to have another chance at it? We get the Knight of Wands in reverse as the underlying energy. Knight of Wands, and there he is in Africa. Almost. Well, the lion is certainly in Africa. The lion is burning. Sad for Harry that this card is in reverse because it's a not traveling card. When it's upright, this is a card of travel, moving home. Very much. The Knight of Wands is a journeying card, international travel card, in an enthusiastic way. Moving house, let's go and live overseas is the Knight of Wands. How exciting, let's go and have a new adventure somewhere. But it's in reverse, can't do it, stopped from doing it, blocked from doing it. I wonder who is blocking him from doing it, but he wants to. And angry and frustrated, that's the Knight of Wands in reverse. We often get this card for Harry: hot-tempered, hot-headed, impulsive, impetuous, petulant, all of those words that I say repeatedly about him, and I hear other people saying as well about him. And let's remind you, this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, and it is just my opinion that he's petulant and hot-headed and impulsive. And there is a disclaimer in the box below, and please do go and read it and form your own opinions about the Knight of Wands in reverse and the other cards that will appear in this reading. So, Knight of Wands in reverse, very frustrated, very angry, not living the life that he wants to live. Not at all. It hasn't gone the way he wanted it to go. It's not exciting. He isn't a thought leader. He's not highly visible in this powerful way. The Knight of Wands is a campaigner for things. And he would like to be saving the rhino and saving elephants and whatever, but instead sitting, riding his bike around Montecito. Is he allowed to ride his bike around Montecito? Surfing, playing polo, fixing the plumbing, feeding the chickens, probably doing a lot of babysitting while herself is away, wherever she is away. Anyway, enough of the snark. Let's have a look at the situation. And we get, oh dear, oh dear. This is the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse. Ooh, very unhappy family. Let's have a look. It's a good blended family. This, it's the rainbow. It's the happy ever after card, the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse. Didn't get his happy ever after. Very unhappy. Very unhappy. That dream that he had, the dream he was spun, that was sold to him, spun for him by the wife, turned out to be all just an illusion and possibly even a nightmare. So let's see, how keen is he to move to Africa? Oh yes. Note the colour of the skin in these cups. Very interesting. He wants to go and have partnerships in Africa. He does. He loves Africa. He loves Africa. I'm getting a little bit emotional as I say that. It does. I have to say, I've spent a lot of my life away from Africa, and when you think about it and you see it when you're away, you get quite sort of forlorn and homesick. And there is something about it when you arrive back and you smell the rain on the hot sand, and there's something about it. There's something that does pluck at the heartstrings and makes it quite difficult to tear yourself away from. He's got a bond. He's got a connection with Africa. It's a very emotional connection. And of course, Chelsea, they must have spent a lot of very happy time in Africa. It's a place he always takes his girlfriends to, possibly proposes to and marries even in Africa. Who knows? Speculating, snark, joke. But it's a very powerful bond. And he probably has partners. He's got his charity in Africa. Of course, he is the whatever president of Africa Parks. It's close to his heart. It's very, very close to his heart. So the snark is a bit unkind here because this is something he sincerely wants. He's very angry, very frustrated, very bored with the Knight of Wands in reverse, very unhappy in the marriage, very unhappy in his current home environment. This is his dream, the rainbow. This is what he longs for. He's there in the night and the dark, and he longs for the sunshine, for the joy. Not saying that there isn't sun in California, I know there is, but it's night and day. It's moving from that darkness to that glorious sunshine, metaphorically speaking. How does she feel about going to Africa? The Emperor. She's contemplating it. She's contemplating it. And that's quite interesting. If she gets a big enough gig, if she gets a big enough job, I called this in my mind. I always have a working title for this reading, so I sometimes change them when the cards, come up with a better idea. African Queen, I called this. Possibly thinks that, well, they failed in the UK because now new Princess of Wales one day will be Queen. Camilla is Queen Consort. Don't think either of the Harkles saw that one coming. Oprah and the rest of them seem to have iced them out in California. The Clooneys, everyone else, the Obamas, not answering phone calls. Netflix not answering phone calls. Spotify not answering phone calls. Need to be king and queen of somewhere. We need to lord it over people somewhere. Africa. How about that? We can be king and queen of all we survey, lords of all we survey in Africa. And even wear fancy dress and put on little shows, possibly. And yeah, she could deal with this. She, I think at this stage, is pretty desperate herself. if the right offer comes along, you know, if she could be Queen of Africa, she would take the job. She would take the job. Roving ambassador for the United Nations, some kind of big woke title. She said she got endless awards and was flying back to New York endlessly to receive. Yes, yes, she'd have it. She'd take it. As I say, from the dress up, this is not real. This is kind of a fantasy view of the whole thing. He's got a very emotional, very romantic notion of it. She's got, oh yeah, I can lord it over everyone if I get this. I'm not getting hell no. Neil Sean was saying she's not keen at all, but as I say, if the prize is big enough, she would consider it. How funny. How bad are things in Montecito? Well, Ten of Cups in reverse has already told us, but how bad are things in Montecito? Ace of Cups, and that is new love. Just putting it there. Apparently she has got her eyes on someone, her rather squinty eyes on someone. Somebody is very entertained emotionally at the moment with that card, Ace of Cups. He is very unhappy. It looks like she might be very happy. So this would be maybe send him away. Send him away. Give him a big fancy title and he can dress up. He does like to dress up. Send him away to the place he loves, the person he loves. I'm reading this quite differently now. There is always talk about that certain someone in Botswana that runs Harry's charity that he apparently is very close to, very fond of. Give him some freedom to go and explore that relationship. Go away to Africa, dress up. We can pretend everything is great. You can go and do good, and you can be Lord of all you survey, and I can carry on with what I've got going on over here. We can maintain the illusion, and this has taken a very sudden turn into a reading I wasn't quite expecting. Outcome as the dog tries to force his way out. Nah, not going to happen. Six of Wands in reverse. Defeat. You see his raised fist there with the wreath, the laurel wreath around it, and the sun blazing down, the sun that he's looking for there, and sun he's looking for here. Not going to get it. He's going to be defeated. He's going to be defeated. I don't think the big offer is going to come in. That she might be trying to manifest for him. She's now the PR person by all accounts, allegedly. But he's going to be defeated. Six of Wands in reverse, not going to happen. It's going to be disappointment, failure, yet another failure. She's got too much going on at home. She's not going to leave that behind. Not that Ace of Cups. Oh my, oh no. There's too many martinis and cocktails and floating around in the pool, some fancy hotel, and oh no, not going to leave that behind for Africa. Grubby old Africa. Never, never. He's going to lose this one. Sorry, has been. Not going to happen. That's such an interesting card, though, isn't it? I'll leave it there for you to look at. And that's the reading. Thanks for watching. As I said on my previous reading, I might be away tomorrow, so if I don't show up, I'm fine, just away on business.